Shati Lines, welcome back to the Phoebe Way. If this is your first time, my name is Phoebe and I run the Phoebe Way. This channel is dedicated to making life in Germany easier for expats, for foreigners, for immigrants living in Germany. I personally am a legal interpreter, meaning that I interpret from the languages German to English, German to Pidgin English, German to Tree, German to Fancy, German to Ewe, and also back, all right? Usually I work with German courts. I work mainly in the legal field, so at the notaries, at federal offices, anywhere that you need someone to interpret for you in these languages, I work mainly in the region of Baden-Württemberg. Now, and that is how I come into contact with the laws and to the experience of how to, do the things right in Germany. Personally, I've been in Germany for the past 20 years, and so far, at least for the past 10 years, I've been having a blast, and I want you to have a blast as well. So follow me if you have not yet subscribe, like, comment this video, let me know the questions you have, and I do really well in commenting back as in responding to your comments. And if you want to book any of my services, just head on to www.thephoebeway.de. Now, as tradition demands, every month I bring to you the legal update. What is new in Germany? What are the new laws that concern you as a foreigner, immigrant, expat living in Germany? What do you have to know? And this is what I bring to you today. So these are the topics that we'll be covering today. We'll be talking about Elterngeld, we'll be talking about driving in Germany. There's two major changes when it comes to driving or owning a car in Germany. We'll be talking about other topics I'm just going to throw in here. And so please get comfortable and let's get started. So apart from the weather changing in March, April, and it looking all different, by the end of March, being the Sunday, the 30th of March, the daylight savings setting is going to be active again. So we are going to be +1. Now currently we are GM2 +1. Today is Friday the 27th, so GMT +1, 28th, GMT +1. From Sunday, it's going to be GMT +2. So the nights from Saturday to Sunday is going to be an hour shorter. And so beware of this so that when you're planning your meetings and all of that, because some of us actually do remote work and work with different countries. So make sure that when you're planning your appointments and everything, you keep this in mind that you are going to be +1 from Sunday going, okay? Keep that in mind. So when it comes to driving in Germany, before you start driving, you need a driver's license. So if you are yet to do your driver's license or you know someone who is about to do it and write a theoretical exam, please forward this video to them because it's going to be interesting. Usually every 6 months, April, October of each year, the authorities add new questions to the driver's license theoretical exam questions, okay? And this time, the last major changes were made last April. Now we're about to enter a new month. We're about to enter April, so of course we have to expect that. Now this month, this April 2025, if you're about to write your theoretical examination these are the things that you should be aware of. They have added new questions when it comes to who has the right of turn, when it comes to intersections, who has priority, and all this area, okay? These two areas are where you have to be really careful about. So it can happen that these questions might come more often. Please pay attention to that and make sure that you do not give away your points easily, okay? This is one thing. So new examination questions when it comes to Führerschein theoretischer Tests. Now when it comes to the Kfz-Bescheinigungen, and you have Kfz-Bescheinigung 1, Kfz-Bescheinigung 2. The Bescheinigung 2 is what you keep in your house. That is the one that proves the ownership when you're about to sell the car to someone else. And Kfz-Bescheinigung 1 is what you keep in the car. That is the small paper that you keep in the car, right? Now, a test version is supposed to launch from April. This is supposed to allow users to use this app to prove the ownership of the car. So you can open the registration document on the app or on your phone through the app, and this is supposed to also make things easier for drivers. So I would still keep the paper form in my car because I wouldn't know when my phone would die on me, or once you stop using one phone you have to transfer stuff to the next phone. But this is basically, it's a trial version that is supposed to start, and just keep an eye out for that. And once this trial version is successful, then all of us would be able to use this new app to show our registration documents for our various cars. Good. Next topic is for parents. Elterngeld, Elterngeld, Elterngeld. So Elterngeld is what is paid to parents when they're on their parental leave, and this is what you should know about it. Elterngeld, parental allowance. They are saying that it is going to be reduced. So Elterngeld regulations are becoming more strict, okay? Now, unless you are a single parent or even a two-parent household, it is only when you are not earning up to 175,000 euros. So people who earn more than 175,000 euros are not going to be eligible for Elterngeld anymore. So if your annual income is 175,000, you do not qualify for Elterngeld anymore. That is for children born after 1st of April 2025. Basically, if both you and your spouse are earning less than 175,000, you're eligible for Elterngeld, parental allowance, for when you are staying at home taking care of your child. But if you exceed that, both of you exceed that, or you are a single parent and you exceed that, you are no more eligible. Another new thing that is very important currently happening that is also keeping a lot of people in suspense is the new government in Germany. So the new government that has been elected after, let me say the new parliament, because the government can confuse people. So let me say that the parliament is a Bundestag, okay, the legislative body has been elected by the people, and that was in February, end of February 2025. Now they have had their first meeting. That was last Tuesday. That was, I believe, the 25th or 26th of March. But we have not started seeing the ministers. We have not started seeing, that's what I mean, I want to separate the government, the executive body, from the legislative body. We have not seen the executive body, being put together, and that is because we are still waiting for the coalition contracts. We are still waiting for SPD and CDU-CSU to finally determine the conditions for their coalition and whatever stipulations that they may have. They have had different work groups to tackle different aspects of what both parties had in their manifestos and what they see as their plan for Germany. And one big bone of contention has been migration. A lot of people, especially people who are currently on the tolerance status, that is the Duldung, are very worried. They don't know what is next because Mr. Friedrich Merz has promised that he is going to make sure that deportation will flow. Like, if you don't have a reason to stay in Germany, you will have to be deported. Basically, that's what he has said. Now, another point that Friedrich Merz and the CDU-CSU have been attacking is the dual citizenship. And that was even before the elections. That was summer last year. I believe it was Alexander Trom or the Tone. I don't remember his full name. But he was like, we cannot keep giving to dual citizenship or citizenship to people whose other country does not accept the German belief or the German ideals, okay? So if such a person is here, you can't serve two masters. So they would assume that you are serving your previous master and not the German one. So that is too much of a hustle, and also is too much of a risk. So these people shouldn't be getting dual citizenship. And he explicitly meant people who are from countries under dictatorship, who are countries that have strong ties to religion and who have also shown forms of severe terrorism, okay? I don't want to mention countries, but I think he did. I'll probably link that interview somewhere down below in the description box. So that was what was said from that time onwards. Now, let's see what the coalition has agreed when it comes to migration, or the coalition partners, the prospective coalition partners have agreed when it comes to migration. Mind you, Friedrich Merz is saying that he wants to make sure that by Easter, latest also, so by the 20th of April, or actually the 14th of April, he wants to make sure that the new chancellor has been elected by the Bundestag, and also the government as the executive body, the ministers would have been appointed as well. These are things that he wants to make sure are in order by then. All right, now let's see what they have agreed upon so far. when it comes to migration, first thing is asylum seeking. So he has already said, you remember the 5-point plan? I did a video on that on TikTok and also here. I'm going to link that video also here so you can watch it. I put it here for a minute for you to see what the 5-point plan he was talking about that he wanted to bring in, and he got the support from the AFD, but also what is in the manifesto of the CDU. This is what he still stands on, and they also want to make sure it's part of the coalition. And one of it was that people who are coming into Germany without a reason, or who want to come to us apply for asylum and they don't even have any asylum grounds, should be turned away right at the border. And this is something that the SPD then, or at that time they were the majority, or they were the leading party, they were not really keen on acting upon it, and they were like, is it legal? What are we doing? This is too vague. What are we doing? First of all, it's everybody's right to seek for asylum and also fight for asylum, so we're not going to turn them away at the border. But so far, it seems that now CDU has won that debate. And so if you're coming into Germany without a reason for asylum and it's already evident, it is offensichtlich unbegründet, offensichtlich und nicht zulässig. So it's either Germany is not the one to accept the asylum, or you don't have valid reasons for seeking asylum in Germany. It's bye-bye. You don't even get to step a foot into the country. For that, CDU-CSU have won. When it comes to the other part where I talked about dual citizenship, now they are saying that they want to make sure, okay, now let me pause on dual citizenship and talk about the deportation. When it comes to deportation, they want to make sure that the deportation is going to be reinforced. So they have the idea that, currently if you are going to get deported, right, and you are arrested, you get a lawyer to help you to fight that deportation arrest. Not the deportation itself, but the deportation arrest, okay? And that is what they call the Abschiebehaft or Abschiebesicherungshaft. So this is to make sure that you are being detained until the charger is here, as in the plane is here to take you to your respective home country. And now Friedrich Merz and his people were like, no, we are not going to give anyone the legal aid to fight the detention. Okay, if you are detained, if we catch you, you have Duldung. Duldung actually means that you are supposed to leave the country. You're only being tolerated. So anytime they catch you, they can take you to your home country. So if you have the Duldung and you are arrested, and it's time for you to go, we are not going to give you a lawyer. Like, we're not going to appoint a state lawyer, not a state lawyer, there's nothing like that, but you're not going to appoint a lawyer by the state to help you fight the detention. So if somebody is watching and knows this, because sometimes people are able to fight the detention, like their lawyers are like, no, there's a reason why they shouldn't be detained, it's not proper, and then the whole thing starts all over again. But most times the lawyer cannot do anything anyways. But no, they're like, nah, we are not going to do that. Probably also because of finances, and also because the success rate of the lawyers is not what was expected. So they said, no, this is not going to be allowed. If you're arrested because you're supposed to be deported, then please, you have to be deported. You're not getting a lawyer, except maybe you have your own lawyer. But if you don't have a lawyer, you're not going to get a lawyer from the state. And that's another thing that the CDU-CSU seems to have won when it comes to the debates as well. Now, let's talk about the dual citizenship. So the dual citizenship reform that started last year, where we're also excited about, because for somebody like me who had to renounce my previous citizenship, I was like, okay, that is good for people who do not want to renounce their previous citizenship or their current citizenship, because it still ties to your identity and all of that, right? So if that is the case, what is the new thing? Now, the 8 years has been cut to 5, and in some cases, even 3 years for you to naturalize. And the CDU-CSU were like, this should be the last part of any integration. Like, it should be like the crown of integration. But if you're giving the people the opportunity to naturalize after 3-5 years, then most of them don't even have the full German proficiency and whatnot. So we do not want that. That is what the CDU-CSU said. But when it comes to that, the SPD has been able to stand its ground and say, no, we are going to keep the reform. We are going to keep the dual citizenship reform. The CDC, as you said, we are not going to give the dual citizenship to people who are from terrorist organizations or who have shown terrorism affiliations and different things, and they were like, no, we cannot start judging according to this, because then it's going to make it easier for people to be discriminated against, even in following what do you call it, like in the following years to come, even after this government has ended. So this is the current situation. So in a nutshell, if you are in Germany and you're on Duolingo, please do your best to learn the language and either get an Ausbildung, so you can do the Ausbildungsduolingo, or something else, okay? But if you are here and you think that I'm not going to get my passport so that I will not get deported, I'm not going to share my passport, listen, es gibt Passbeschaffungsmaßnahmen. They can still get to deport you without your passport, because all they have to do is ask your consulate, is this person from this country? And if your consulate confirms, it's over. That's it. So whether or not you bring the passport or not, if you are to be deported, you will be deported. And now if you don't get the lawyer to help you fight the arrest for the deportation, basically it's over. Okay, so that is the current situation in Germany at the moment. I hope that this video helped. Thanks so much for watching. Please take good care of yourselves. Pass gut auf dich auf. Enjoy the new season. Enjoy spring. Summer is already around the corner. And let me know what you would want us to talk about. And yeah, we're done for today. Go out and enjoy some sunshine, okay? Bye.